First one, as the name indicate, in this type of administration, there's a bossy type of attitude, dictatorship type attitude. The administration is not willing to listen to the subordinates' suggestion, even if they are good enough. They turn a deaf ear towards the subordinates. And the style resembles with dictatorship. Administrator imposes his own opinion and is very rigid about it. Then subordinates are suppressed and frightened. Feeling and sentiments of others are not cared. Focus is on control and discipline. And principle, principle here, the spellings are written incorrectly. PAL, it should be PAL. Principle is that boss, sorry, spellings are right. Principle here, whatever is written is right. Principle is any asool je hai. Principle is that boss is always right. Whatever he says, everybody has to believe that he is right. No sharing, no concentration is required. Subordinates cannot question the opinion of the administrator. And then there are certain advantages. Everything has certain advantages, certain disadvantages. We have to weigh between the advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages of this type of authoritarian administration? In the institutions, there is order and discipline. Everybody is following the rules blindly. No ifs and buts, no argumentation. Work is complete without delay. Only the opinion of the expert is implied, and all the assignments are carried out rapidly. It encourages work relationship and it is result oriented. I want this to be done within this time, and these are the resources at your disposal. Complete it. Typical atmosphere of a dictator. And obviously, the disadvantages are many, and they are: it discourages free thought and creativity. It damages human esteem and ego. It creates negative culture of flattering. It hinders the way the experiments innovations. Subordinates face great loss for non-compliance. It reduces commitment and enthusiasm. Staff is divided and victimized by conspiracies. There is trust deficit between boss, and it promotes yes sir culture. Second type is democratic administration. As the name indicates, democracy, where the opinion of the public matters in the day-to-day affairs of the government. So in democratic administration, the opinion of the subordinates is given due weightage. It is opposite to authoritarian style, obviously. So there is a sharing and cooperation. Administrator is sympathetic and shows flexibility. Respect and importance is given to the subordinates. Obviously, when you respect their opinion, you indirectly respect them also. Feeling and sentiments of others are cared, and there is a freedom of expression of thought. Everybody can come out with his own suggestion, and if good enough, that is always accepted and incorporated. Then there are more advantages of this type of administration. All members participate in decision making, as is done in democracy. The responsibility of achieving the task is collective. All members feel responsible for achieving targets. Decisions are collectively made and members work hard to achieve objectives. It paves the way for alternative leadership by delegating powers. It promotes creative environment which leads progress. And the disadvantages, every person gives more importance to his ideas and ignores the feeling of experts. Obviously, everybody feels important and thinks he is right, so he doesn't care about the ideas of others. It promotes negative criticism, and every person do not possess sound thinking judgment. So that means that a boss who has got 25-year experience and a person who has joined 6 months ago, they would both argue with one another, and it would be decided who is right. Members of staff inclined towards opinion, we serve their own interest. Then laissez-faire, let people do what they wish. Administrators do not interfere in the matters. This is a third time type of administration. One was authoritarian. The other was 180 degrees apart. That was democratic. Now, third one is laissez-faire type of administration. Now, laissez-faire is a word which is most used in economics or political science. That means that the government interferes the least, and the businessmen and the investors and the capitalists and the whole economic sector is left on their own to make the best of it, and their only motive is profit motive. So in this type of administration, the administration leaves everything up to the staff, tells them that, well, by the end of the time given to you, these are the targets which are to be achieved. You are supposed to follow that, and you are supposed to achieve that. So subordinates, the administrators do not interfere in the matters. They show lack of interest and sense of responsibility. Subordinates enjoy limitless freedom. Well, we'll do it in our own time. We have to somehow, by hook and crook, achieve the targets. We'll do it, right? So that's like a race between the that tortoise and that hare and the tortoise. Well, some hares would like to sleep and would like to catch up later on. Subordinates do not follow the rules guidelines, focus on status quo, and decisions are made without involving leadership. Staff members work according to their will. Now, this type of administration, that is laissez-faire administration, it has some advantages. Laissez-faire style of administration favor institutions or organization with professional members who are responsible, experts, and experienced. It is useful for organizations having a business partnership. Then disadvantages, institutions reflect chaos, disorder, anarchy, and lack of discipline. Quality is decline. There is a decline in norms, standards, and professionals. Members do not follow the guidelines. It promotes pressure groups which negatively influence the head of the administration. Very straight, very simple.